Yo, yo. Alright, a little technical, so we started a couple of minutes late. I just need to make sure we're running though. Yeah, it look like we're running. Alright, cool. Alright, it's Nova FLIP. Barbie special today, yeah? Man got the pink shirt on. Because this Barbie film has had the internet in a frenzy. It's had the right wing lunatics going absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's just been a mad one. You know what I'm saying? So there was a guy from Terror's page. I didn't know what page he was from at first. There was just a lunatic on my page the other night. So I shared a meme, right? I shared a Barbie meme. Let me just get that up quickly, to be honest. Let's just do that quickly. Just so we know what's going on. Alright. Boom. Barbie meme, right? Barbie features a joke mocking Zack Snyder toxic fan base. Um, Shout out to my brother Mike B. I love winding him up about Zack Snyder because he's such a big super fan, and I find their fans hilarious and toxic. But it's more just a bants thing. Um, so shout out Sam Gregory laughing in the thing. Man said birds aren't real. Hey, I've seen comments come through. I didn't even notice. Yeah. It's going off today. Yeah, man said we're waiting. What's cracking? Right, the chat started before I got here. I had a technical with the software. Something went wrong with my computer. Let me not even get into it. Yeah. What man said, allow mentioning my name. Anyway, I shared this meme. Yeah. I shared it to just like wind up Mike B, my guy Mike B. Let me make that clear, yeah. But anyway, Mike B. I think he gave the heart or the care react, and that's it. He didn't care about it. He kept it moving. But one absolute lunatic lost his actual mind. Lost his actual mind on this post. We're gonna come away from that for a second. So that's why today we're talking about Barbie. I realized that it has really wound up the men on the internet. Basically, we'll get to that guy's comment, but he was basically saying that it's gonna demasculate men, whatever the word is, and in the next generation, we're not gonna have children because women are gonna watch this film and girls are going to watch this film and they're not going to want to procreate anymore and they're going to hate men so much. And I just ended up mocking the guy and just telling him, bro, like, you've never had any masculinity in your life. I don't know why you're worried about getting it now, but anyway, he literally he literally lost his mind. Yeah, bro, Sam, if you've not seen that post, I'm going to get it up in a bit anyway, but that like 200 and something comments of him losing it, like he's actually trying to be on smoke, telling me, like, sending me his postcode. But if you see this guy, right, like, as if anyone's turning up to beef this guy, like, it would be a disrespect to even entertain turning up. But he knows that, that's why he's hyping on the internet. But the funny thing is, my daughter went to watch the Barbie movie, and she just, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I probably would have watched it when it came out on Netflix or whatever later on, but she said, yeah, it is actually quite a grown message about patriarchy and feminism and mental health and all this kind of stuff. So now I'm actually like, yo, I actually want to see this film. Like, it sounds sick. So I thought, I thought we'll get into some Barbie stuff today. I thought I'm gonna play the trailer. I think I've seen the trailer like in the cinema, but I didn't pay any attention to it. So I'm gonna we're gonna do a little reaction to the trailer. Then I found some right wing lunatic videos of like going off about how this film is so woke and all of that. So one of them, actually, I'm just gonna show it on the screen. One of them is actually Ben Shapiro, which says Ben Shapiro destroys the Barbie movie. Shut my door, man. My daughter's kind of trying to noise me up, man. Ben Shapiro destroys the Barbie movie for 46 minutes. This is why I've named this video Barbie destroys something. I can't remember what I called it now. Barbie destroys right-wing haters, yeah, because this is absolute right-wing lunatics that's going off at the moment, man. Alright, but before we do this, right, before we get into this Barbie thing, there's been some other stuff going on today. So there's been a little podcast beef. There's been a little beef with man like Amber and Theme from the Arms House to Your Mum's House podcast. So I thought, you know what, they put out a little thing today, sending shots, and it was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, man, like Mike Bizzle says bad slave in the comment. But yeah. I want to show a little breakdown of the beef so far. This is the beef so far of Flip Life, Arms House to Your Mum's House, and the UK podcast game. So this kind of where it started, because these man they try to say I started it today or we started it, but these man started it before.
But I tell you what, when you see those fight videos, yeah, because there's so many you come across, man, online, and like when it's like a MMA fighter against some drunken dickhead, you never see the MMA fighter or the kung fu expert or whatever. They don't end up just kicking the living shit. They usually just get him in a hold, and then the guy like puts him to sleep because they're fucking trained and they know that they could easily kill this motherfucker, and they don't want to. You know what I mean? They just boom. This
is the definition.
Yeah.
Of jiu-jitsu.
Exactly.
If you know jiu-jitsu to like a decent, to a blue belt level,
yeah,
you're like 99% chance you're going to win whatever physical argument comes to.
Yeah.
All of.
Oh, this is why, because in the next bit, Ben was saying, yeah, one of them knows jiu-jitsu, and now I get it.
It puts people to sleep.
I forgot they even said all of this.
Anyone in the pub, it just comes up to you, and if you know a little bit of jiu-jitsu, they can't do anything to you.
The way to spot them, if you're in a pub and you're going to start on someone, just look at their ears first. Have a quick look at their ears. If their ears are all cauliflowered up, do not fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
Don't let the cocaine fuck your shit up.
Why is dude so calm?
Actually, you know what? Talking about beef and stuff, I was thinking, another way to make this podcast more popular, is we should beef with another podcast, and cause some drama. Like, I don't know, what's the other UK hip hop kind of podcast? There's like Orcs the Mic. There's Orcs.
Man tried to say I don't know any, the disrespect.
The Mic. There's what's his name, Nova. From I shouldn't be promoting them now. These are the.
Has that geezer Romesh got one? Because I start bodying him.
Yeah, Romesh. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Romesh Ranganathan. We should start gunning him on this podcast. Arms house to your mum's house. Arms house to your mum's house.
So shout out to these man, yeah. Shout out to them, man. So them man said, yeah, podcast beef, yeah. And I was just like, okay, podcast beef. All right, is that what it is? Yeah, boom, boom, boom. So I made my little reply. We're getting to my reply.
Arms House to Your Mum's House podcast, yeah, is run by Theme and Amber.
One of them does jiu-jitsu.
Is it?
Whichever one it is. I want to jump with the other one. You take the jiu-jitsu.
They're on a podcast. Mm-hmm. They're like, we should set off some beef with the other UK hip hop podcasters, yeah? Mm-hmm. Theme try go, I don't know any, yeah? And then he says our thing. It's like Novar, Flip Life, so he's saying like, boom, yeah, we'll start beef with them. I'm like, man, beef with us, yeah?
The way I said this with all my chest, yeah? No, because the way these men got me today is peak. The way these men got me today, this way I have to play this back to back. Because I came on smoke, and then I had to wave the white flag and put down the red flag.
They got me thinking.
You see how jiu-jitsu gets man gas?
No one don't want no smoke with us in this podcast world, yeah? What I'm saying, yeah? Alright, there's Blade, yeah? Mm-hmm. Killer, All City Steve. I don't know if you know about that one,
we sat in on the Killer
the
one.
Killer podcast been going on for time, yeah?
After that, yeah.
And then that battle rapper Lefty, he just started a podcast, which I noticed the other day.
Lefty already sent shots for me as well, I think, for calling him a battle rapper. I don't think he was happy about that.
New guard.
His podcast is cold though, by the way. He's probably the funniest.
I've got a radio show kind of podcast. It's kind of similar more to what we was doing before. And there's another one called Skillet's World that I noticed. Yeah, so there's probably others, but there's a few in the UKHH space. But what I'm saying, any of them who want smoke, I'm on it. Arms House to Your Mum's House podcast. These men are talking about beefing with UK hip hop podcast. Them man named their podcast after a grime lyric. You man are crazy.
I thought I had the same thought.
Oh, you know what as well, yeah? I just remembered that there's a part missing to this, but oh well, like, because I ain't got it ready. But there is another part where them man, they cut that clip of me saying they named it after a grime lyric into a clip of me on my interview with Blade 521, where I said grime is the purest rawest form of UK hip hop that there is. So they already got me once. And I thought I was done. I thought even then I thought they took me out. Do you know what I'm saying? But then today they come all the way with this.
Oh yeah, let me see what these man them are saying. Yeah.
Don't know nothing about no grab. Oh, all right, Nova. How you doing, mate? You all right?
You seen them Arms House lads? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they want to start a beef or something, man. Man, them named their podcast after a grime lyric. They're crazy, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, yeah, are they old school, bruv? They don't respect the old school, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I've done the knowledge, mate. You know what I mean? They don't even know about knowledge, mate.
Yo, yeah, we should beef them back. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, there's Killer Keller. Yeah, what's up, brother?
DDS.
Yeah, them man, they're starting beef, bruv.
No, but don't tell me that's true, man. Amber and Theme wouldn't beef with man. You know what I mean? I'm doing graph now.
Yeah, I'll tell you for free, yeah. I've seen them both online, yeah. Don't know nothing about no grab.
Yeah, bruv.
You don't know about DDS?
Nah. What's a DDS?
DDS.
That's the one thing I'm putting them up for. You can't have me there saying what's a DDS and I'm from Big Islet and North London, bruv. You know what I'm saying? Man know about DDS for any of these, man.
DDS.
What are you talking about? Don't fucking bring beef, you know what I mean?
What?
Like, if you want beef, man, I can bring beef, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm calling Jeremy Corbyn right now, bro.
No. Don't show any respect, yeah.
Hey, yo, them man, they're mad misogynistic, you know? They must love Andrew Tate, bro.
They ain't had no
One day I'm gonna be in DDS. There's no way they're gonna be in
Every bad man, do a man that's bad, you know what I mean?
To your mum's house, house to your mum's house.
Oh, yeah, what DDS? DDS.
Nah, the Keller wanking at the end is a violation still. But yeah, them man killed it, bro. You know what I'm saying? They killed it. Like that's the last 2 days. Like I've been watching that on repeat, laughing. You know what I'm saying? Non-stop to myself. And the whole game has been commenting. I see Sarah Love comment on it. She said she thought it was like the best thing she's ever seen come out of the UK. And then I tried bust stroke. Like that's what I was thinking. They need to make this into an actual series and like bring in other UK like UK rappers and stuff like that, other characters and stuff. I tried to say that in a comment to Sarah Love, and she was like, "Yo, don't try to sidestep like you got like hotted up and all of that." She was like, "Boy." Anyway, yo, I'm slightly waving the white flag on that beef. I don't feel like I can kind of compete right now, but you know, you never know. I might sit here and plot on something still. But all right, Barbie, yeah, it's Barbie time, man. Barbie world. Before we get into the comment, let's just watch the trailer. And then we'll go and look at all these comments this lunatic was writing, and we'll look at some of these other right-wing lunatics. Yeah.
Hey, Barbie. Can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
You can find me under the lights, diamonds under my eyes.
This is the best day ever. It is the best day ever. So is yesterday, and so is tomorrow, and every day from now until forever. You guys ever think about dying?
When my heart breaks,
Some things have been happening that might be related.
when my world shakes.
Cold shower, falling off my roof, and my heels are on the ground. What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world.
You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
The first one, the high heel.
You have to want to know, okay? Do it again.
Closer I am fine. Closer I am fine.
I'm coming with you.
Okay. Wow, this is the real world. What's going on? Why are these men looking at me?
Yeah, they're also staring at me.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
If this got out, this could mean extremely weird things for our world. This would be catastrophic!
We haven't played with Barbie since we were like 5 years old. Oh.
No one rests until this doll is back in a box.
Even if nobody else sings along.
Humans only have one ending.
Get that Barbie!
Ideas live forever.
No, I won't let you do just one appendectomy.
But I'm a man.
But not a doctor.
Can I talk to a doctor?
You are talking to a doctor.
And I need a clicky pen?
No.
A sharp thing?
No.
There he is. Doctor!
Somebody get security.
It's Barbie, if you still in doubt.
Okay. Look, kind of fire, I can't lie. Yeah, I definitely never paid attention to watching that before at all. Now that I know a bit more about the film, I kind of get what's going on. She's going to the real world, etc. I didn't really see anything crazy. Like, I didn't see nothing crazy in that, apart from the bit where he just said, I'm a man, so I should be like entitled to do something kind of thing. Because I know a bit, I'm not going to give spoilers, because I know a bit about the film, I kind of understand the context of that, I think. But that's the only thing these nutters could be kind of saying, oh, it's kind of, they're trying to block masculinity or whatever kind of nonsense. But, alright, let me get this post back. Hold up. Let me make sure I've got no madness notifications going on my thing. I just realised they still pop up in the corner. Oh, well. Alright. Hold up, 1 second. Who's watching? That's what I wanted to check first. Alright. Boom. So back to the Zack Snyder meme, right? I shared this for nothing to do with Barbie. I wasn't even thinking about Barbie. But I have been involved in these debates, like with She-Hulk, right? Who said, what Sam Gregory said, can you imagine them organising that? My brain's gone. I don't know what you really mean, organising what. Probably something I obviously said 2 minutes ago, but cool. And then a few people were just saying, Danny Ritchie said, no, it's been a must-see since it was announced. Even the Barbie cartoon is funny as fuck. And yeah, I kind of look. I like Margot Robbie anyway. She's fire. Do you know what I'm saying? Bad Slave said, Arms House to your mum's house violated. They're the next corruptive film. They slightly are, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying they can make a whole TV show. Mad thing, I watched the Corrupted Film movie last night as well, yeah? Man said it's got a Matrix Truman Show type twist. Yeah, what the Barbie film. Yeah, man. I'm thinking it looks fire, I can't lie. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, them Arms House, man, like, this way I can't really compete with them because I realised they're really good at comedy. Like, I'm not a comedian. Like, we both joke on the shows and all of that, do you know what I'm saying? But the only way I really beat, I've done people on the internet in beef and all that, but I do it by being mean and sticking it on them, and you know what I'm saying, calling out their racism, man. And these men are kind of cool, and I think what they've done's hilarious. So yeah, I'm gonna take the L, man. It's the first time ever. Tell her I'm taking the L. You know what I'm saying? I'll never ever do that with you, but yeah, with these man. So anyway, here we go. Steve O'Connell. Here we go, right here. Steve O'Connell. Let's have a little click. 9 mutual friends. So when I came in, I'm like, all right, me and my friends, who are these mutual friends? I'm like, usually when there's a nutter on my page, it's Terra's fault, yeah? Me and Terra interact on the internet a lot. He's got a lot of nutters on his page. They end up on mine. I couldn't see Terra in the mutual friends, so I'm like, it's not even Terra. And that the people who was there, it was just a weird mix-up. So I was like, I don't even know. I don't know who this nutter is, but right, man said movies have gone to shit when a movie about a plastic doll is what's meant to save cinema. Get a life instead of promoting this garbage, please. So he's pissed off with me for promoting the film, for posting a little meme about it, yeah? Yeah, Sam Gregory said that was to the last thing. You know what I mean? I couldn't remember what the last thing was. That was a problem in my brain. So it's gone already. All right, we're going to have to click previous a few times to get to the top of what... We're not going to read all of it, but we're going to have a little skim through to some highlights. I mean, I should maybe start screenshotting stuff and getting it ready, but I don't really care. Maybe it's more fun to look on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I told him my daughter, because my daughter had just watched it. That's right, my daughter just watched it. So I was like, my daughter watched it today and said it's actually quite a political film made for adults. Because I'm thinking he's just mocking it being like a kid's film, like whatever, do you know what I'm saying? And then he said, your daughter should be the only demographic a movie like this should be aimed at, in my opinion. I'm old school movie lover, and this is just another anchor around the neck for cinema. Right. And then he said, sorry, I'm an Oppenheimer. Obviously, I know there's this whole Oppenheimer versus Barbie thing because they came out the same day, blah, blah, blah. But even the film studios have played on that. They're helping each other with their promotion. It's all part of the thing, you know what I'm saying? So, cool. Eventually, it turns out this guy's actually a film director or a producer or whatever. That's why he's probably mad that his career is failing. I don't know. I said, well, she went to watch it, boom, boom, boom. And I was saying... She didn't fully understand it, is what she said to me, because of growing concepts of patriarchy, etc. And I think she done some learning from it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she went with her mum, and her mum afterwards was telling her stuff and explaining what some of the things was. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, alright, that's sick, yeah. And our man decided, which went with me and him. He just wasn't liking what I'm saying, and eventually you kind of start seeing why. So I'm really confused on why a Barbie doll movie would not be aimed at the children its product Mattel targets. The doll, called My First Barbie, is specifically created for kids 3-year-olds. Barbie dolls are 3 to 9 years old. Am I missing something? Patriarchy and mental health movie using a child's doll does not make any sense to me. That's the bit straight away I'm like, huh? That makes perfect sense. We've got to teach the kids about this stuff. But then I said, you're missing that its popularity was to a generation who are now adults. Also, it's pretty great to educate young people. Boom, boom, boom. And then let's scroll through a bit. I've heard adults are showing up at this as Barbie at the cinema. Fixation. And then he just started. Yeah, my mother's a prominent psychiatrist in majority psychology, and she was the first person to bring this to my attention. And I am an actual movie. Like his way of narcissism started kicking off. Blah 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 blah. I shouldn't put this bit because he's obviously he kept promoting these links. I thought it was going to be some weird conspiracy theory video about masculinity, but I think it's just something he worked on. And he's saying that, where's the main bit, yeah? Here we go. Did I already laugh at that? Now someone else laughed at that, so let's have a little laugh reaction while we're here. The Barbie movie ushers bimbo feminism and hyper-femininity. I can't even say this word. So crazy. Into the mainstream. Let's see how masculinity and the future of manhood lasts. Enjoy a natural child-free world we live in by indulging in the toxic message this movie portrays. If you want people to enjoy this message, I'm sorry I even spoke. So now we start to see what is really triggering this man, and that he's one of these lunatics who spends way too much time on the internet worrying about masculinity and women taking his position, yeah? Shout out Bad Slave, man said I'm the king of the internet, don't front. I'm working on it, bro, I'm working on it, you know what I mean? So I said to him, I don't need to be thankful of that. I could have another child or children at any time with many women. Man up, for fuck's sake, yeah? I'm trolling slightly here, do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't use the term man up, but when I'm talking to these men who believe in all this masculinity nonsense, who believe in that we should be able to be men, I like to start using their terms at them and tell them to man up, because like, you're crying on the internet that you won't be able to have kids, do you know what I'm saying? And like, the truth is, yeah, if I wanted to have kids obviously not next week because it takes a while, well, I could, you know what I'm saying? That's not hard. There's women out there in this world that will have children with you. Now, I believe he can do it as well. I'm not just saying anything about myself on some ego thing that I know I can very easily. I'm sure he can too, you know what I'm saying? Tara said, we knocked you off the top spot for a few years though. Tara, you didn't. The thing is, you've never knocked me off the top spot. All that time you thought you was winning. You was just in a little bubble. The rest of the whole scene in the world was still here on my side. Anyway, don't start beef with me while we're doing this podcast, bruv. Yeah, don't start beef with me because I'll drag you in. And I'm saying anyway, I can't drag you in calls right now, but I'll drag you into the smoke because right now it's all on Steve. Remember, this guy came from your page. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned that Tara had made a post the day before. He did make a post the day before. He said, where did he come from? He came from your page, bro. He came from your page. And now there's a comment from Sam that I can't read for some reason. The comments have gone weird. When another one gets written out, it'll get pushed up and I'll read it. But yeah. Steve, anyway, you're distracting me, Tara. Let me focus. Blah, 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 blah. I just thought, you know what? I was on one. It was late in the night, you know. This was all like 1, 2 in the morning or something. I was like getting ready to go bed and like I'm just seeing all this going on. And I thought, oh, all right then. Let's wind this guy up. So I said, not if you absolute wimps have anything to do with it. You're the only ones creating what you're talking about. Real masculinity is actually being strengthened by the strength of the feminine. I do believe that. I do actually believe that. But that's a whole other conversation we'll have to get into, yeah? I want to scroll right past that. He posted a picture of him and his mother saying it's the woman that guides him. I respect that highly. At some point, he accuses me of being disrespectful to his mum because I say he's got mummy's issues. That's not disrespectful to his mum. That's disrespectful to him. Yeah, I told him to go get some therapy about it. But I told him some stuff about balance is already heavily in the favour of men. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to read it all out. You can probably see it on the screen and read it if you want. I just want to get into the couple bits where it got like, I said he's not seeking balance, supporting women in their films and their conversations would be seeking balance. Did your daughter tell you to say that? Yeah, I could say that's being disrespectful to my daughter, but I guess it's not. It's being disrespectful to me. Yeah, cool. Do your thing. And then he said that his mother is his patriarch. Oh yeah, I did say a woman can't be a patriarch. I don't know if you thought that was disrespectful. But they can't. That's called a matriarch. I said, at the point you were triggered by a film about a doll and it was revealed that your narrative was an anti-women one. Boom. You have mummy issues. Go to therapy and sort it out. Facts. Telling his mother was a psychiatrist, blah, blah, blah. Thought you had rational conversations. Okay, this is where I really good. I know I went too far. I'm petty. I know I try to act like I'm on the high ground. People say I'm taking the high ground. I'm like, no, I'm petty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Especially when like people are dickheads. That just is what it is. So you came here triggered by a Barbie film. No way on earth of arguing that is rational. Yeah, it's not possible for us to have a rational argument when you're sitting here talking about a Barbie film. Like, it's just not really possible. Like, how on earth are we going to rationalize that? Oh, I'm trying to get these comments back up because there is something weird going on with them. Anyway, no, it doesn't seem to work. I said you actually look feminine in all of your pictures. These guys, yeah. And then I start telling him how much I'm more masculine than him. It's like when I said I was an alpha male on the Sinners podcast. And do you know how much people keep coming at me going, oh, you're okay, alpha male? And I'm like, yo, you lot are so dumb. You don't realize that I was mocking the entire concept when I said that. And I'm telling you I don't believe in the concept. But I am telling you that based on what you think of the concept, yeah, on what you think of the concept of a man who is the dominant male in that space, if I'm sitting in a room with you, I'm going to be that man. If me and you have an argument, I'm going to be that man. So that's what I mean by it. But I don't think it means anything in any like actual personality trait or anything like that. It's bullshit. So I said, yeah, you're here crying about masculinity being removed to a man who is much more masculine than you in every way. Oh, man. Yeah, Sam Gregory. Yeah, he feels attacked as a man because he's insecure. A real man loves women, not fears them. Facts. Big facts. You know what I'm saying? Loving women and feeling like secure around them and stuff like that is the real masculinity. Not being threatened by a fucking movie about a plastic doll, as he keeps calling it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out Wonky, okay alpha male. Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I was mocking, mate. See the comments that say, okay alpha male. Yeah, that's what I'm taking the piss out of. Like, how dumb can you be to not realise that I don't believe in that concept and it's stupid as fuck. And anyone who calls themselves that is not that. So I don't actually call myself that. And when I did in that little clip, it was like irony and taking the piss out of you. Anyway, good to see some other people in the comments getting involved. Or shout out Wonky, whoever the fuck that is, big up. And then then this guy started trying to, get brat. And he said, oh, do I look like a woman? Blah, blah, blah. I said, don't you look like a woman? I said, you look soft as shit. You're worried about masculinity because you've never felt any. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and he said, are you gonna dress in pink, or will she? Talking about a woman I'm gonna go to the film with. I said, I just might. I've got a good few pink shirts in the wardrobe. Got it out today. Look at this, bruv. I don't know if I've ever worn this outside the house today. Nice little Ralphie horse there. You probably can't see on the camera. You know what I mean? They can't really do it like this. You know what I'm saying? Steve would look like a girl if he wore this. And I said, I'm masculine enough to wear them with confidence. Funny you would find something as dumb as wearing pink feminine when you have a girl's haircut. That was so childish. I literally went there. I literally went super childish on that one. Yeah, Bad Slave said he had an online meltdown. He fully did. Like because it gets worse. I'm saying I have to skip through because then he starts telling me about my hair, like how long his hair is. I'm saying my hair's good, bro. You know what I'm saying? All my friends are bald. My hair's strong, man. You know what I'm saying? Other than Terra's got, you know what I mean? He's good as well. Blah 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 blah. Masculinity this, masculinity that. Right, I told him being triggered by a film because of its feminist message is a clear sign of very toxic masculinity. Believing the generic false idea that masculinity is being threatened and we won't be able to have kids is literally male extremism. There is no such thing as ultra-feminism. The two words cannot exist together. It's an oxymoron. And that is facts. That is fucking facts. How can feminism literally means equality. It means equal. So how can you have ultra equality? Equality is one simple devil in the middle. It can't be extreme. You know, that's just not possible. Yeah, Sam Gregory, this Barbie film seems to have the same purpose as She-Hulk. That's exactly what I thought. Because when you look at She-Hulk, I've watched She-Hulk 3 times. It's actually my favourite MCU show. A lot of people obviously say it's the shittest or whatever, but it was so genius how it kind of triggered the audience on purpose. So it's like, I think with this Barbie film, they've also known that's going to be happening. And the film is probably mocking the audience quite a bit. And the marketing. Boom, boom, boom. This way, look, this is where he's completely lost it. I'm back in London next week. Oh, Teva, look what he said. That's why he was saying Thursday. All this, I'm back in London next week, yeah? He started writing his postcode. I give him credit for that because he's, you know, I mean, he knew I'm not going to come. Like, I'm not going to spend my energy going to beat up some fucking idiot. But I had to delete a few comments from me. I deleted the comments with postcodes and stuff like that. Hopefully they didn't slip through. And then... yeah, he just started. Look, this is where he started writing long messages. Yeah. Eventually, I went to sleep, and other people took over. By the way, show me your pro account. I'll show you mine. Sorry, is that too masculine? He was trying to show me how much views he gets at this point. He's trying to show me how much views, yeah. And I don't know. I waffled with him about it for a little bit, and then he showed me this. Like, look, I don't even want to open that picture because I don't know if it will confuse the thing, but it says like 29,000 reach. Like, this is a weird little, like, that big number there. Like, my posts get that as well, but it's like, it's how many timelines it ended up on, not how many people saw it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I was like, bro, like, are you actually like trying to gas to me about that? Like, again, all that insecurity that Sam was saying. Boom, 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 boom. And then it's like, Thursday, bring a friend if you want. Tara, you're invited. Look, bring a friend if you want. Because Tara was saying, yeah, we should go down there. But anyway, probably shouldn't say it on the live. I'm telling him he looks dumb playing a tough guy on the internet. Yeah, I don't even want to get into too this much. If you don't come to South London to talk to me, you're full of shit, Flip. And yeah, like he was posting a postcode that was like, bro, it's not really South London. Like, yeah, it's a SE postcode that's very fast E. Yeah, like it's not the South London we think of when we say South London. And he was trying to make it sound like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Wonky. Pretty sure the theory that it even exists in Wolves, etc., was debunked. Yeah. So Wonky, all right, cool, man. I wasn't sure if you was on side with us or not when you made that comment before, but yeah, exactly. The theory of the alpha male was supposedly created by a guy who observed it in Wolves, and he later came back and said, actually, it was bullshit. I got it wrong. Like they don't even do that. So it's not true. What was a low blow though, Terra? Which part was a low blow? I said to him, don't call that South London, you nerd. Hold up. What's going on with the... Alright, we've got something going on over here. I know why. But that's cool. Oh, man. Hold up. We got to just do something quickly. I had to take that off the screen. It's not a problem. I know why it happened. Boom. I just got to end this. Let me know in the comments there if you lot are still seeing me, guys. I'm having a big technical here. Having a big technical there. That's thrown me right off because, I know what's happened is I was also recording. It just told me I've run out of disk space to keep recording this file. I've never tried to record it while I was doing this before. It stopped recording, which is fine as long as it's streaming. But that whole thing is thrown off just how I had my whole screen set up and stuff like that. There we go. He posted the postcode of a retail park. Yeah, exactly. So you see me, yeah? You still see me? That's all that matters, man. I think I've sorted it. It just keeps bringing up something on my screen saying no more space, and I hope that don't make my computer run slow. But it's all right, cool. I got to clear up some space on this hard drive, terabyte hard drive as well, you know. Yeah, definitely. They wanted the Shapiro reaction. It's hitting insane numbers at the box office, kind of like how the Nike Kaepernick thing was done and worked incredibly well. Yeah, we're gonna get to that Shapiro reaction, bro. I haven't watched it. It's quite long, so I don't think I'm gonna do all of it, but I want to react to a bit of it. I'm just gonna scroll through the end of this. I said, yeah, I think at this point, you know, alright, cool. This is where I posted a picture. I said, meet me in South London if you're bad. Oh, like you guys are not seeing this. I forgot. I got to get the screen back up, yeah? So I said, that just messed up where he was. Yeah, I said, meet me in South London if you're bad, and posted a picture of him. This is the guy we're dealing with. Terra shared this picture as well, and had some hilarious comments. Hilarious. I should have probably got that up, but yeah, you know, look, it went on and on. And then other people got involved. Shout out to Mark Bray. He came along with an honest thing like, okay, look, he was just really blown away by this guy's idea that the Barbie movie was going to have that impact on society. So he was like, look, I'm genuinely intrigued. If you could explain, that would be great. Help me do the maths on this, please. How does the Barbie movie lead to a world where we can't have kids? Basically, he can't have kids, isn't it? Like, he can't find a woman that will procreate with him. And something else he was doing, yeah, and I know I want to try and make sure I'm sensitive. Obviously, I put a load of rainbows in that thing, so let me just red flag myself for that. Obviously, I'm trying to wind him up, putting the rainbows in there because he has these masculinity issues, but I'm not trying to be homophobic on that end. But he was also inboxing me a lot, and while this is going on, he's inboxing me, so I was just ignoring it. But every person, and there's a bunch of people who ended up interacting with him over this, said that he'd done the same. He started harassing them in the inbox and like trying to have conversations with them in the inbox. He's definitely an unhinged man. I mean, once it's all over, maybe we should check he's all right. You know what I mean? But maybe not. Fuck it. And then genuine question: have you seen the Barbie movie? Hasn't seen it. Hasn't seen it. Look, this goes on and on. It goes on and on. You know. He puts a screenshot that I ignored him in the inbox there. Look, fucking nutter. Enough's enough. So that's that, man. That's Stevie O'Connell. Yeah, he was saying he was going to watch this at 10. I'm going to do the stream yesterday at 10. I'm sure he will watch it later, unless he's completely sobered up and all of that was like a drug-induced fucking psychotic episode, which it seems like it really could be. So, you know, shout out to Steve. Hope he's all right. And I guess let's get into a little reaction. Let's get into a reaction because I just done a lot of talking from the timeline. I don't usually show that much of the timeline stuff, but you know, it's kind of what started these kind of shows and this content. But this first video that I want to look at is called Barbie, the wokest movie of the year, and it's by a woman called Amala, who is like a right-wing kind of, one of these right-wing people.
Hi guys, it's Amala coming at you from a tree stump in the city of London, and I've decided to film this video because I just wanted to watch the Barbie movie, and it is probably the wokest film of...
Also, like, I've decided to watch this today. I said, fuck it, I'm going to do it, but I want to actually go and watch this film, so I'm hoping there's not a lot of spoilers in this. I kind of flicked through. There's not scenes from the film or nothing. It looks like there's quite a lot of scenes of, like, trailers and stuff like that, so I hope there's not too many spoilers. I mean, I'm not that excited that I'll be that upset, but yeah, the comments are delayed. I'm being told. Yeah, I think because I'm seeing the comments, I've got a little side screen with the whole software that I stream from set up, and the comments get filtered through. So it might be a thing where it takes a little while for them to filter through to there. Or have they just started being delayed, or was they delayed the whole time? Let me know.
2023. Let's talk about it. Guys, before we get into this video, please like and subscribe. I want as many people to find this channel as possible so you know what to do. Now, yes, I had to come to you from this park just to talk about the Barbie movie, which I just took time to see. I sat through it in its entirety, and I think it is the wokest film of 2023. Now,
Sounds
before
amazing.
we get into plot summary on this film, I want you guys to remember the original message of Barbie, that young girls and women can do anything that they want.
Girls can do anything like Barbie.
Moral of the story is Steve is a nutter. I think that might even be the moral of the Barbie film story as well.
Barbie has thousands of different careers. She shows up in the world in 100 different ways, and she's encouraging young girls to keep that mindset, and always has encouraged that mindset within young women. By all reasonable markers, we would call the original Barbie a feminist, at least a first or second wave feminist. But there's been much debate about this film in particular. Amy Schumer said that the original take of this film was not going to be feminist enough. There's been much back and forth on this film.
I actually, when I got asked the other day, like, is Barbie a feminist? I was like, well, she's actually like the level up from that, because if you look at Barbie Land at the beginning, like the Barbies are on top and the Kens are kind of disregarded. So I was like, well, that's not equal.
No, right.
So
right.
whatever the opposite of misogynist is, actually Barbie's like. So towards the end, when they balance things out, then.
Oh shit! Oh shit! So they're saying she is a extreme feminist or a woman supremacist.
It might be feminist.
Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach have written this version of Barbie that's now in theaters.
I think in a lot of other hands, a Barbie movie would remain surface level. But I knew Greta was going to have a lot to say, and I knew she was going to kind of Trojan horse a lot of big issues within a very fun world.
Now let's talk about the plot. Spoiler alert. We start off in Barbie Land.
Oh, I don't know if we can do this, man. I can't. They're throwing a big spoiler alert in there. What are you saying in the comments? Should I continue and give us all the spoilers? I know Tara don't care. 1 second. Give me a second anyway, because there's something bouncing in the corner I want to sort out. I might skip past the plot part and get to the next bit. Oh, crying out loud. This software is really playing with me today. Now, do you know what? I'm going to actually literally do that. I want to skip past the spoiler alert part. I can kind of see it in here. I probably won't be able to skip past it all. But I'm seeing the scene of what's his name? Steve, whatever, from The Office. All right, we're trying to pick it up there.
Costuming was also really fun and vivid and brilliant, and you felt like when you were in Barbie Land that you were actually there, like it was truly a world of its own. I myself was not too entertained with the jokes or the comedic factor of this film, but I will say the entire
I just want to hear I want to hear the politics.
theater for the most part was full, and everybody there was loving it, cracking up, applauding, cheering. There was a lot of energy within the movie theater, which is fun. Now, let's talk about what I perceive to be negative about this film, and I do have quite a long list. First of all, you might think that a Barbie movie is something that you should take children to.
Is this a kids movie or is it not a kids movie?
It's this is such like a thing people say when they do press for a movie. They're like, it's for everyone. But it was literally crafted to be for everyone. Like this, Greta said from the beginning, like, this is a big party and everyone is invited.
I would not recommend that. It is certainly not a film that I would show to my future children, whether they are boys or girls. The overall messaging of this film is not a healthy message for young people or really anybody. Plus, mixed in throughout the horrible messaging about patriarchy is a lot of sexual innuendo, a little bit of bad language as well. Now let's talk about the spooky patriarchy. It is a massive through line throughout this entire film. In fact,
if we just think of this in tune with all the other shit we've been seeing these right wingers doing in the last week, though, remember, Terra, these right wingers don't want kids seeing any kind of bad language and all that unless it's from straight male nonsense. They don't care about straight male nonsense. That's completely fine.
The word patriarchy is unironically mentioned in this movie more times than I could count. The entire plot of this film is contingent upon the belief that the real world is in fact a patriarchy, that men are constantly running and controlling things, even though they're not that bright and they don't really have good character. Guys, I kid you not, there are multiple speeches, I mean direct speeches in this film about how horrible it is to be a woman, all the different strifes that we go through, what it is to live under a patriarchy, how horrible and unintelligent and useless men are in the real world.
Your entire life is garbage.
It is unbelievable. And of course, they spin us the message that the world should in fact be a matriarchy, like Barbie Land, where women run everything, because you couldn't possibly have a centrist mindset that men and women complement each other, have different strengths and weaknesses, and in fact should coexist in a world where they both rule. I found myself many times during this film looking at the women and thinking, do they think women...
Well, they already said in that interview clip that that's what it works towards at the end, even though that's probably a spoiler, but we can guess that part.
Are dumb? Because that's truly how they presented them. The women in this film were ditzy, pathetic, lacked agency, or at least were trying to spin the idea that we lack agency. In fact, at one point in this film, America Ferrera says, quote, "It is impossible to be a woman," end quote. Think about that.
What was everyone's reaction to you saying that on set? And what was it like for you saying it?
Like, I think it really landed with the crew, too. Like, I had a lot of crew members, men and women, approach me, and they were, like, really felt it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
There's also a quote at the end of the film where one of the Barbies says that in the future, Kens will have as much power in Barbie Land as women have in the real world. And this is supposed to be a ha-ha moment because women truly have no power in the real world and we're always stuck under the thumb of our oppressive patriarchal men.
That's a joke. No, I get it, yeah.
And of course, I must point out the irony.
I've never watched this girl's page before, but it's funny, you know, that she used that shot of The Office and the plain face to say that she didn't find the film funny, but she obviously has no humor, and the only way she can make humor in her talks is by putting in little clips of films.
Of this being a feminist film while casting trans actresses to play women. Now let's move on from the women to the men in this film who are...
they're all, remember my theory about the transphobics? Yeah. Red flag, watch them once.
Largely playing Kens or the executives in the real world. There is not a single quality man in this entire movie. They are ditzy, they are feminine beyond belief, and they lack good character and strong morals all across the board. But that's exactly what the movie wants you to think about real men. You get the men in the real world who are sexually harassing Barbie. One of them even assaults her as she steps into the real world of Los Angeles, California. You get the executives lives, who are constantly belittling women while also being really unintelligent themselves. If this movie wants to leave you with any message, it is the message that men suck.
He deserves it because she's Barbie and he's just Ken, and he's totally fine with that. Forever.
We should hate them and that we should live in a matriarchy. And they must mention the dynamic between men and women in this film. We all know that Barbie and Ken come together as a couple. For many of us, they were meant to be in love, this perfect pair of woman and man. In this movie, none of the Barbies are really in love with the Kens. In fact, the only point in this movie where Barbies actually show romantic affection towards their Kens is when they are brainwashed by the patriarchy. And just something that I thought was a funny note, this movie clearly hates capitalism, but also has within it very poorly done product placement for the 2024 Chevy Blazer.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb. I wonder how much money they made off of that within our capitalist system. But guys, I think you get the gist. I could go...
That is the dumbest take on earth, man. Obviously, this is a capitalist film made by a capitalist company. They have just made a message in it, yeah? Like, obviously, like I get this all the time myself, talking about socialism, talking about the difficulties of capitalism and what it causes in the world. I still walk around in expensive stuff, still pay taxes, still do everything that a capitalist society wants us to do. How could they have even made the film without it? This woman is an idiot.
On and on about this film and all the different contradictions and all the different poor messaging. But I'll leave you with this. The film wants to let you know that it hates patriarchy, it hates men, it hates beauty standards, it hates capitalism, it hates Eurocentrism, and most of all, it hates Barbie and Mattel, the company responsible for the creation of Barbie, even though that's exactly what the film is meant to be about. As I said before, the audience in this theater really enjoyed the film. I was not with them on that one, and maybe it's because I'm sensitive to wokeness and super cynical, but to me, this movie just wasn't it. There could have been a much better storyline, a more appropriate storyline for especially...
I just see that you said it's been delayed from time to time, so I don't know how long that actually took to come through, because yeah, that might be mental.
The young
I'm
women...
going to have to work out probably a faster way of seeing them, if so.
Women in particular who are going to want to see this film, and overall the messaging was a complete miss on what the actual world is like, at least through the lens that I'm looking at it. But I'm sure this film is going to make a lot of money. All the theaters that I looked at were completely sold out for many of the showtimes of this film. So many women in particular are talking about going to see it. Margot Robbie says this is going to be a $1 billion film, and I'm not sure that she's going to be wrong on that. If you went and watched the film, you let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to hear it. I think they've completely ruined what was the original message of Barbie, that women truly can do anything, and that we're not in a patriarchal system being held down under the thumb of the white heterosexual man. All right, guys. That's it for me. I'm gonna get out of this park because people are staring at me while I'm filming this, and it's making me anxious. Okay, please like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you.
All right. So there we have her nonsense video. I can't really respond to that much without going and watching the film, to be honest. I'm going to do something though quickly that I think will get the comments on my other screen a bit faster. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, because straight away I've seen a couple more comments. She even played the ironic Garth clip that essentially explains it at the same time. Yeah, so, yeah, like, I thought that as well. She's I don't know, she's completely lost, it seems to me. But let me just try one thing with this, because on this screen I'm seeing is where I see myself, but now I can see myself and the comments in real time. Alright, you man, send me some comments just to say, yo, I want to see how quickly it comes through. I'm gonna go to this Ben Shapiro video though now. It's 43 minutes long, so I doubt I'm gonna do all of it, but we can check out a bit of it, right? Let me just check one other thing. Yeah, boom. Who's watching? Oh, there's way more people watching than there was before. I can't do this whole thing without this Ben Shapiro video, because it's clearly been a big talking point in it all. We'll see if we end up doing it all or not. If not, if we do, it might be all night. Let's just like state the obvious. I fucking hate this man.
Well, folks, I just got back from the theater.
And he is literally the softest, unmasculine man on earth. Yeah, the biggest beta male, opposite of an alpha you will ever meet. Remember, this guy said that something about that women coming is just doesn't exist, or even getting wet. He was like, nah, that doesn't actually happen. That's not a real thing, because he's never managed to achieve it before.
Seeing Barbie and Oppenheimer. I'm about to review both of them. I'm going to tell you which one of these is the best blockbuster of 2023 and which one is maybe the worst.
I bet he loved our movie, right, Ken?
For those of you who can't wait that long, I'm going to give my review of the Barbie movie in the most Oppenheimer fashion.
What the Run.
Yeah, so let's just start this by making some atomic bomb jokes, just completely undermine all of the people that have died in wars and whatever. But, all right, let's continue.
So the things I do
for
my
man.
audience, my producers dragged me to go see Barbie
movie,
Barbie the movie, and I have thoughts. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Let me begin with my generalized assessment of the movie. This movie is not just a piece of shit. This movie is a flaming piece of dog shit piled atop an entire dumpster on fire, piled atop a landfill filled with dog shit. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. On every possible level, it is a horrific movie. The only thing that can be said for this film is production design. Production design is really nice.
Oh, you know what? I actually had to scroll down a little bit to see this better, man. Yo, shout out is the great, shoulda came prepared, lad, Nova. Shapiro touched my grand. What the fuck? Fact is, he bought a Barbie to burn it on fire, so he brought it into the brand. So to do so, yeah, he bought into the brand. Well, 3 minutes since typing, but you may have taken a while to see it. Yeah, I think I'm seeing the comments a lot faster than that still.
Seems are really nice. Also, it's really hard to screw.
I'm learning, man. I'm learning. I'm getting with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still working out this equipment and all of that, but man, we'll get there.
Screw that up. It's really hard to screw that up because you literally have this to model after. All you have to do is this, but big. Okay, it's really not tough. But put aside all of the beautiful costumes, which is there for the ladies, and all of the production design and the Barbie universe and all of that. Every joke that happens in this film happens basically within the first 45 seconds of the film. So, for example, Barbie turns on the water and there's no water. Ooh, because, you know, like in Barbie house, there's no actual water. Do you get it? And then she drinks, but there's no actual liquid in the actual cup. Oh my God, because she's a Barbie doll. Oh, I get it. Okay, that's all the jokes. There are no more jokes for the rest of the film. The movie's a shit show. Okay, so conceptually, the movie is a shit show. I want to ask this. Who is the intended audience for this film? Who's the intended audience for this film? So I'll tell you who the intended audience for this film is. And I can tell 2 ways. 1, the previews on the film, and 2, the people in the audience. So the intended audience for this film is moms and their 8-year-old daughters. That's the intended audience for the film. I know because the previews for the film were all kids' movies. I'm talking like G or PG rated kids films. We're talking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Trolls 4 or whatever it is. Those were all the previews, right? All the previews are actually directed at what the audience is supposed to be for this film. And if you look in the audience, it's a bunch of moms, like youngish moms, middle-aged moms, with their like 6, 7, 8-year-old girls. That's the entire crew. This movie is not made for any of those people. In fact, this movie is made for no one. This movie is going to make a bunch of money week 1 because the marketing effort has been extraordinary. I mean, whoever's the marketing team over at one.
Shout out to Sam Gregory, said he's like a highly irritated 9-year-old boy. 100%, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I'm pretty sure he's probably a virgin.
Warner Brothers is doing an amazing job. Week 1, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent because it was written by 2 people who are so smug and self-satisfied, in Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, that they have no audience. I mean, like, who thought it's a great idea? Let's bring on the people who wrote Lady Bird and Marriage Story to make a movie about a plastic doll that is generally played with by 5 to 9-year-old young girls.
I'll be honest, like, from what I've heard about this film so far, it was definitely made for me. It was definitely made for me. I know that for sure. Definitely not made for him.
So
in fact, no, rewind. Remember what we were saying earlier? It was actually made for him. It was 100% made for him to wind him up and drive him crazy and make him do all of the kind of promotion for it for free so that millions of people pay to go and watch it.
basic idea of the film. They really have no basic idea of the film. They don't know whether they hate Barbie or that we're supposed to kind of like Barbie. It seems they kind of despise Barbie as a fascist emblem, as we'll get to. The basic sort of premise of the film, politically speaking, is that men and women are on two sides of the divide, and they hate each other. And literally the only way you can have a happy world is if the women ignore the men and the men ignore the women. That seems to be the final outcome of this film. I was trying to separate this into problems with plot and problems with character and problems with the politics of the film, but they're all intertwined because the thing is just a mess. It doesn't make any sense. Plot-wise, it makes no sense. Character-wise, it makes no sense. So let's just go through it from the beginning. Okay, there's going to be lots of spoilers, but believe you me, I'm about to say...
Why are they trying to do this to me for, bruv? I don't want to see these spoilers. You know what? Shout out Iggs, yeah? Because he told me to put chapters in my videos, and I started doing it the other day. These guys need to put chapters in their videos, man. Show me some chapters where it's like we're actually seeing what you're talking about. I'm skipping some of these spoilers, man. I can't watch 43 minutes of it anyway.
It's truly awful. It's truly awful. She's called a fascist. By the way, it only sets up the only good line of the film. Truly, in my opinion, there's one good line in the film, and that is where Barbie is trying to contemplate whether she's a fascist or not, and she says, "I don't control the railways or the flow of commerce." Now, there's only one problem with that line. As with the entire movie, there is no character consistency.
Trying to work out whether she's a fascist or not.
Barbie is supposed to be an idiot bubblehead piece of plastic.
Yeah, and Wonky said, and they still don't realize they are the marketing. It's so funny, man. And like man said earlier, it's like it's the same with She-Hulk, and they literally didn't realize they are the marketing. She-Hulk was so genius because they were literally the villain in the movie. Like they were the villain in the film, and then you kind of saw it happening in real time in the world around you.
Barbie Land.
Sam said he took notes. Yeah, of course he did, bruv. Of course he did. These men are grifters at the end of the day. Yeah, these men are grifters. They do this to make a living. You know what I'm saying?
What a fascist is. How does she know about the flow of commerce? Like, again, just in terms of character consistency, like characters who actually are the characters, makes no sense whatsoever. So, meanwhile, Ken is wandering around, enjoying the patriarchy more and more and more. And he keeps asking men about the patriarchy. And at one point, he asks a dude about the patriarchy. And the guy says, well, that's not really the way that it works here anymore. He says, really? He says, no, it still works that way. We just hide it really well. Again, you can't even present the
I'm going to skip through. I'm going to skip through this so I don't get the... So I don't give to
and they ask her about this.
Yeah, this is why this is 43 minutes long, because he's telling the story of the entire film. We can't be doing that. I want to just get to his summary where he starts, well, what I don't want to do is get to him just telling the end of the film. What's this bit? Who's this old lady in this? Is this through the film?
You. And so they hit you with the nostalgia play at the very end. The whole movie.
Look at this! Yeah, he's really trying to like ruin the film, innit? He's really trying to ruin the film, and I'm so wrapped up in this thing that I actually don't want to sit here and get spoilers for a Barbie film. You might have to go and watch this Ben Shapiro video on your own, because I'm not trying to. I'm not letting him ruin this film for me. But let's see his actual ending.
It's a kids movie. It's rated PG-13. It is not marketed to PG-13. It is marketed to PG. It is marketed to moms who are going to skip the PG-13 rating and bring their daughters there anyway. It's a
yeah, mate, but he's even saying it's marketed to moms. Like, I've been thinking this already. Like, really, when Barbie was really popular, was years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it's still popular, but when it was really, really popular, like, that age group has grown the fuck up, and now they want to go and watch this film.
Culturally relevant moment, a very culturally relevant moment. And so the entire left's attempts to play the face tattoo syndrome, watch as we take a piece of children's IP and wear its skin around like a mask, like Hannibal Lecter, and we notice it, and then they're like, you noticed it? You're obviously very upset. I find it upsetting when material that is based on children's IP, marketed to little girls, actually ends up being angry feminist claptrap that alienates men from women, undermines basic human values, and promotes falsehood all at the same time. And I think a lot of people can have a right to be mad. So we'll see what the income trajectory of this film is. By the way, it's just going to die in China. The overseas market for this film, good luck with the Chinese Communist government putting their kids in front of this sort of stuff. It's not going to happen. Final rating. Out of 10 Barbies. How many Barbies? 10 out of 10 being good. The answer is negative all the Barbies. Negative all of them. I honestly, just as a piece of film, this sucker goes in like my bottom 10 ever.
Of course it does.
Not just because of the politics. Because the plot makes no sense. Because the writing makes no sense. Because the acting, half the time, makes no sense. The entire film is a dog's vomit. It is a dog's breakfast of film. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with negative infinity Barbies. It is that bad. If 10 out of 10 Barbies is like the stereotypical Barbie. This is Barbie head atop the robot body made by the weird kid from Toy Story 1. That's what this is. And also, by the way, Oppenheimer is good.
Yeah, shout out Wonky. He said, I'm with you. I don't want to spoil either. The reaction has sold it to me. If they hate it so much, it must say something. And I like it. That's what I think. I think this film's going to be amazing. And I think this film, if this guy hates it that much, it's probably going to be a great film. Or at least pretty decent. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I think enough of Barbie, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's enough of Barbie. But it is hilarious how much this triggers these people. And the thing is, like, maybe my guy, do you know Steve? Like, what was his name? Stevie? I don't know, whatever. Stevie, Steven, whatever. Terrace boy, yeah. He might have seen this already, and that might be why he's hating the film so much. But it seems like anything women-led or woman lead in a film, boom, super hate straight away from the jump. We're about to see it with the Marvels as well, because the next Marvel film is the Marvels with three women leads, like one Asian, one black, one white. I think this is actually going to send the internet absolutely crazy. But yeah, all right. So that's Barbie, man. I think, what else was I supposed to cover today? All right, I've got one more thing I want to cover, right? And this is in these lots kind of space in a certain sense. Because I shared this thing the other day, right? This thing's gone viral on the internet about Rare Talks podcast saying some weird nonsense shit on the internet. So you man can tell me what you think about this, because this has been shared. And this guy, I realized later, this guy, I don't know if I've ever interacted with him. At one point, I followed all these podcast guys to see what they're about, because I knew I was building a podcast. And people wanted me, like, they always do lives on Instagram, and they were asking me to come on. And I realized this guy's connected to this group that always asked me to come on. And one of them was going to be my first guest on the Social Justice Warrior podcast that Terra ended up being the first guest of. But I just unfollowed him the other day after all of this, because I can't be dealing with this kind of madness. But yeah, this was basically, this guy went viral on the Shea Bar saying that young girls give the best head. That's what he's saying, yeah. And now he's tried to backtrack on it a little bit and rah. But anyway, I'm gonna play it again. I played it the other day, but I didn't play the full clip. It's a bit of a longer bit.
I guarantee you, the head that a young girl gives you will be different to the head that an older girl gives you.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you, lot, as a fact, without going into too much detail to try to incriminate my rascal at life, a younger girl's head game is different to an older girl's head game, because she can go on the internet and find 6 million ways of how to make a head game better. These old women, I don't even like doing that. Because you're stuck in your ways. You met man and they didn't put nothing in your mouth. Young girl, she's growing up with it in her head. If I don't do this, man ain't even gonna want me. Right. So
that was the important bit that I didn't show last time, right? Where he says, because they're growing up with it in their head that if they don't do this, man ain't gonna want me or whatever. So he's talking about how young girls are basically impressionable and controlled, and can be kind of controlled and coerced sexually. He's talking about sex crimes pretty much, in my opinion. Very suspect, very dodgy. This went viral for one. I'll give the internet credit this time, because the Shade Borough comment section is a horrible place, yeah? And you get men and even women like siding with the most mad stuff, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sus. That's definitely sus, you know what I'm saying? But this time he got rinsed. He got rinsed in the comments, like they came for him, yeah? So I'm going to pull up 2 clips that he's done in following up. And the mad thing is, so the next day, right, and these guys are always asking me to go on a live, yeah, and it was inboxing me the live. So they inboxed me the live, they're like, boom, so they're talking about this guy. It's these 2 guys that are all both like really anti-trans. They're always tagging me in anti-trans stuff, yeah. Wonky said, more than suspect, that's viral. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's literally disgusting, yeah. And the thing is, yeah, if you watch the episode I did 2 days ago, where I showed loads of Andrew Tate footage, right, I showed that 2 days ago, but a shorter clip of it. And then I showed all these Andrew Tate clips of him talking about young girls and what ages he's talking about, right? And I found this bit where he said he wouldn't date a woman over 25. He won't date over 25, right? And then he went down to clips about him talking about 18 and 19-year-olds, and then it went to clips of him talking about 16-year-olds, and then there was a clip where he exposed that his current girlfriend, who is 21, he's been with for 6 years, so he was with since he was 15. So I broke all this down in that clip, right? Yeah, for the reason you gave, these days girls are conditioned. Yeah. So, and yeah, you see the Andrew Tate. So you see the Andrew Tate episode, Wonky. So right, I randomly broke that down, and it's really interesting what this guy has now said. Yeah, because when I watched I was gonna play the bit from the live they did, but it's really long. I can't lie, like I got triggered. You know what I'm saying? I was triggered. Because I always argue with this guy. I'm not even gonna say the guy's name, not him. It's one of his friends. I didn't realize they were friends till they did a live together the day this went viral, and they were all kind of backing him up, saying it's been taken out of context. And he started saying, "Oh, so how old do you mean when you say young?" And he says over 25. So he's saying that young to him means over 25. Then he goes, under 25 is a baby. I don't even deal with them. But these men love Andrew Tate though. So if you really feel that, why aren't you saying Andrew Tate's a nonce then? Why are you saying Andrew Tate's a hero? So bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He's literally lying on the internet now. But cool. So I'm going to play these next two little clips just to see what his excuses were.
One thing, because I'm going to take some accountability for my actions here. Every time I come on my pod, yeah, I say this, yeah. I say this to my man as well. I say this to YC, yeah, and I'm going to say this openly. I say I don't like talking about sex. Am I lying?
Really?
I say I don't like talking about sex. I don't like talking about sexual acts. I don't like that stuff. I've said that on multiple times. Remember when we finished and I said, brother, I'm not really into that, and you can see I'm uncomfortable and I don't really talk about them things.
Even on live, yeah.
So you could. That's not something that I usually do. So I admit that talking about even like sexual things is not a good thing for me personally. I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I got kids. I got family. I'm not proud of that. So I'll take my accountability and say that that's something that I shouldn't really be doing on the internet. That's me personally. I'll hold my hands up and say that's not something I should engage in. And I knew that talking about things like this is the reason, because things like this can happen. Does it make sense?
I'm gonna get to that comment in a second, but basically, like, that video was mental to me, that clip, because it's like he's literally just saying, I don't like talking about this stuff. I shouldn't talk about this stuff. But he's not saying that actually when you do talk about this stuff and the truth of how you think and behave comes out, like, it's disgusting. So you shouldn't talk about it because actually you're deviant, like, and the thoughts and behaviors that you have sexually are deviant. Yeah, that's literally, he started that by saying, I'm going to take some accountability, and took no accountability whatsoever. He took accountability for telling the truth, that is disgusting. But then, yeah, I'm not sure on this comment you're saying, Wonky, not at all pinning anything on her. She's also a victim, of course, but he uses her to say he's innocent because she says he is. I don't know if you're talking about one of the Tate girls or this. I don't know if there's not really a specific girl in this story. I know there's a Tate girl that Tate assaulted, supposedly was accused of assault, who says it was consensual and stuff like that. But there's other Tate bits that are not like that. But I didn't share that. I don't think that's what you're referring to, because I didn't share that clip that day. So there's one more bit of him from this same podcast.
Hey, listen.
Ain't no need for
Bam!
that.
I'm not even. There's no intro to this. We're going straight in.
Needed.
Straight in, bro. So basically, man's gone viral. The video's gone viral. We done about 4 or 5 months. Yeah. And the topic that we was talking about was, why do older men prefer younger women? Now listen close.
For a start, why are you even talking about that? Yeah, why are you making that a topic? Why do older men like younger women? And then you're showing that you are those older men that like younger women. Like, why is that even a conversation? I wouldn't even want that to be a conversation around me. Do you know what I'm saying? If I had that conversation, it would be like, why are these men nonces? And like I say, I'll be talking about Tate, bringing up them numbers and saying how disgusting it is. And if he's saying that anything under 25 is a baby, and he did this whole episode about why older men like younger women, and he didn't call that out because it's just his hero he watched all the time, then he's full of shit.
To me, the video is called Younger Women, yeah? I need everyone to understand something. When I say younger women, I'm talking about women from 25 years old
and up.
That's a young woman to me, bro. To me, because of my age group.
Because like we're big man, innit?
You know what I'm saying? I'm in my mid-30s.
Liar. Like, have some fucking pride.
Mid-30s, bro. So to me, young is like 25, bro. Anything below 25 is a baby. A man don't touch babies,
That's
bro.
long.
Man don't touch babies. Man don't need to look at a baby or touch a baby.
Come on.
That's number one. Now, when I said incriminate myself, I meant that by me saying younger girls give better head, it's going to sound as if I'm incriminating myself. Don't you get it? It's not that I'm incriminating myself because I'm scared that I've done something with a young thing, bro. Check my rap sheet, bro.
Receipts, man.
You know what I'm saying? Check my rap sheet. Say something different, but you can't bring that talk to me, bro.
No, come on, man.
You can't bring that talk to me. So that's just to clarify at the beginning, bro.
Get it out there.
That's just to put it out there.
Just to talk about his rap sheet, from what I've seen in the comments, like, obviously I'm not saying any of these things are facts, I don't know, but I've seen in the comments that he has, there's a comment saying that he's supposedly been in jail for an R charge before. I don't know if this is confirmed. There's something to do with he used to handle marriages at Brixton Mosque, and he really treated the women disgustingly. There's a lot of comments about that, and there's just some funny comments because this guy talks about all that Andrew Tate stuff, high value man. Yeah, these man base all this shit on Andrew Tate, this high value man stuff, and apparently he lives at home with his parents, and he's like, yeah, pushing 40, lives at home with his parents, and that there's been podcasts he films where his dad's come in and shouted at him and told him to keep the noise down. So, yeah, this guy he's a disgusting predator. I think these men, like, what I decided is I'm unfollowing them. Like, I'm not interacting with them directly. They want me to come on those lives and be the guy that discusses this with them. And at one point I wanted to be that guy, but I'm just like, let me just talk on the internet. Let me talk about Andrew Tate, because that's the real person who all these guys are basing this on, right? And let me get other people who's following to hear what I'm talking about Andrew Tate and prevent them from becoming like this guy, rather than me get into a thing with this guy and it's just getting in beef. Because I think these men need to just be dealt with outside. Honestly, I think like they really need to have words. People have words with them on a serious level. That this shit ain't okay. But the problem is half the man them on the road agree with this shit. Like, it's actually a real problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting. But cool. There's a couple other things I wanted to look at today. I'll leave that there with my man. But Tara sent me something today. Am I going to do this? I don't know if Tara's still with us because he ain't been leaving comments anymore. But since we're just like showing stuff on the internet, I'm going to play a voice note from Tara. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to pull up a thread. He called out someone for being racist today. I haven't really read it properly, so I thought, let me just do it live. We'll just pull up who he's talking about, and we'll see what it's saying. Yeah? Let me see who's watching right now, though. All right, we've still got people locked in. All right, so Terra Slim. Oh, that's not playing. Cool, I can play it. I realised I can play voice notes on there. I haven't worked out how to get people on yet, but I can play voice notes.
This, I don't even know what to call it, exorcism. You can call it a demonic exorcism that I'm having at the moment, yeah, with this guy. He's a black guy in America. It's over Africa Bambaataa. Oh, yeah. Now this, I would say, is the worst thing I've ever encountered on the internet. This is it. This tops it all. This is probably the worst human being I've ever encountered in my entire life. Like, literally, you need to come and have a look. This guy is talking madness.
All right, so that's what Tara is saying. Yeah, let me just remute that tab before any kind of things pop up. And let me get the chat back in place. He's here. Tara's still there. Yeah, what you saying was wild. What was wild? This what you're playing now, or that whole Rare Talks guy? Innit? That Rare Talks guy. That's a problem, man. It's just not okay. You know what I'm saying? A man's just out here lying about what it is now. You know what I'm saying? But hold up though. This is coming up a bit weird. Let me just fix this. Boom, fixed. Alright. Close a couple of these. Boom. Share the screen again. So here was a post. Victoria Campbell, support independent businesses. And we're sharing this Mr. T's Premium Foods Afro-Caribbean dish. looks absolutely delicious. So we just got this post promoting this food place, right? Where is this, Terra? Where is this food place? Is this down your way? What are you talking about? 6 viewers, 5 likes. Who ain't left one? Oh, who ain't left a like? Innit? Yeah, what you saying? And don't get it twisted, bro. Like that's them viewers come and go. Like because when you see this at the end, yeah, what it is, you'll see like 6 viewers at a time or whatever. Like at the end, it will show you like there was like 60 people that watched it because people pop in and out in it. It's not the same. So yeah, a lot of people don't like, man. You know what I'm saying? And then people watch it the next day. I thought these lives ain't really gonna do much, but it's done okay. That Andrew Tate episode's on like 400 views. Obviously the real podcast we do that we like edit and promote like and do a proper marketing thing for, they do better. But I'm kind of more getting into this, and I think it can build up different traction once people pick up on it, because it's so quick and easy to do. But anyway, this is what Terra has told me to look at. Boom. So this ain't what you sent me to look at though, because this ain't to do with Africa Bambata, brother. Have I clicked on the wrong link? I want to come off and go look for the right link. But I want to look at this anyway, because this Rosie Griefhead, yeah, or Griefhead, has I suppose it's halal as well. So this is just a link he sent me to someone's racism. I'm sure this is not to do with, this is the wrong link I've clicked, certainly, but let's look at it anyway. The prejudice just couldn't take a day off, could it? Yeah, I did come and react to that already. You see how these people try to intellectualize their racism as a way of suggesting there are races on the earth more savage than their own. Whoa, big shots. It's a waste of energy paying too much attention to all these undercover racist people. So what if it's halal? At the end of the day, Islam and Christianity are the same thing. Around 63% of the world's population eat goat meat. And are we saying there's something wrong with all these people? We need to learn to respect each other and live and let live for a peaceful world. Right? I don't know who that is, but we're going to like their comment. Terra said, these ain't even undercover racists. They are fully out in the open. But yeah, you're right. Who has the time to respond to every idiot and their outdated views? But you know me, I ain't a Brixham local that turns a blind eye to racial discrimination. I will check these people every time. Big up Terra Slim, yeah? That's how it goes. Alright, cool, yeah. So Terra's telling me it's the Bambata link. So we're going to have to go and read it. I have to come off the screen. Every time I can't open the inbox wildly. There's all kind of wild shit going on in my inbox. You don't want to see that. You do want to see it probably, but you're not going to. What has he sent me? So you must have sent it way earlier, bro. You ain't sent me no Bambata link, bro. But the mad thing is, I feel like I saw it earlier. Is it on your own page? You didn't send it to me, I'm thinking. I'm going to go look on your page. Because all you sent me is that and something about jiu-jitsu. Which I was laughing about because obviously them man talked about jiu-jitsu in their thing earlier. Alright, let's look at Terra Slim's wall. Alright, yeah, I see you shared the live. Ah, here we go. Is it this post or on your wall, bruv? This post is awful. People celebrating. Let me show this. People celebrating New York's Jimmy Savile. These people should be utterly ashamed of themselves by celebrating the fact that a guilty nonce escaped charges. Oh, did he escape charges? Bro, I didn't even know this. Is that recent or did that happen ages ago? I didn't know. Or did he just never get charges? I didn't know if he ever got charges. Maybe that's what you mean. Alright, so we're trying to look at the actual post, right? I'm imagining. Our evolution. Yeah, because you tagged me in it, I remember now. Yeah, look at these paedophile sympathizers. What should I be looking at, bro? Just all of them. Are we going to ignore the paedophile allegations? Did you read the article? It wasn't ignored. No, but we need tangible evidence. What's this thing I heard about him and little boys? Alright, this is what Terra was telling me earlier. I'm remembering it now. Terra was telling me this is what I should do a whole episode on, right? But I said Right, gunshot outside my house. I said that'll be a whole episode or a whole documentary. And madly, Skinny Man did ask me at one point, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this publicly, to do a documentary, that he wants to produce a documentary on something around this area of conversation, and he wanted me to be the host of it. And he wanted us to go to New York and all sorts. So that might happen. But we'll get more into that later, bruv. Are you in these comments though? Tara, if you're in these comments, yeah. Oh, he's messaging me now, but yeah. I've already found it. So, someone's like, I got to hang with Bam for a while at the music conference. Yeah. Oh, is it, bro? How did that go? Yeah. This is a very techie conversation that I think does need to be had. And I think it needs to be had with people involved. I think those people's stories need to be heard. I think if we're going to look at it, we should probably pull up the victims, the survivor stories, and look at what they're saying. But those videos come out quite a while ago. I'm down at some point to pull them up, but I don't think it's time to do that right today. Yeah, I'm at the actual post though, bro. I'm at the actual post. Yeah, I'm seeing the comments though. Look, it's still here, and it's saying, a gifted sick man. Yeah, I don't even want to hear all of that. You know them ones, bro. Man don't want to say all that. Oh, that's why you say you escape being charged. Oh, on the actual post. Are you telling me the actual post is what we need to call out? Yeah. I mean, bro, this is a lot to read. But I probably should have read it first and then found a bit to call out. So this is just like a post kind of breaking down his life, right? Let's just read this bit. Oh yeah, we've got some bits about the allegations. In April 2016, Bronx political activist Ronald B. Stinger Savage accused Bambaataa of molesting him in 1980, when Savage was 15. Following Savage's allegations, 3 more men accused Bambaataa of sexual abuse. Bambaataa issued a statement to Rolling Stone denying the allegations. In early May 2016, the Universal Zulu Nation disassociated themselves from Bambaataa as part of an organizational restructuring that saw the group removing all accused parties and those accused of covering up the current allegations of child molestation from their current roles in the organization. On May 6 that year, Bambaataa left his position as head of the Zulu Nation. Then a month later, the Universal Zulu Nation issued an open letter apologizing to the people, alleging Bambaataa had sexually abused them while expressing responsibility for the organization's poor response. The letter was signed by nearly 36 members of the Zulu Nation, including leaders from as far as New Zealand. And I hope the fucking UK, because obviously we know some people involved from over here. And yeah, eyes on everyone, straight up and down. In October 2016, Vice published an investigative article titled Africa Bambaataa allegedly molested young men for decades and reported stories from the alleged victims and witnesses. The article stated the accusers claim that these accounts of alleged abuse have been common knowledge in the Bronx River communities and beyond since the early 1980s, including among many of Bambaataa's closest friends and Zulu soldiers. In a March 2021 interview, Melly Mel said everyone knew about the accusations, calling it hip-hop's best-kept secret, but would not respond when asked if he knew specifically. No charges have been brought against Africa Bambaataa to date. In October 2021, Bambaataa was sued by an anonymous man who alleged that between 1991 and 1995, Bambaataa engaged in repeated sexual abuse with him when he was a minor and also sex trafficked him to other adult men. I wouldn't have like said the no charges bit was what they focused on here, so I would have been like cool. But the way that it's our evolution is celebrating hip hop this month. At the end, it's like, and obviously I didn't read the whole bit at the top, but it probably was celebrating him. It's a guy called Bruce Edwards. I don't know who you mean is a guy called Bruce. Maybe that's the guy who made this post. Yeah, obviously the rest of it is about his like creation of hip hop, and they have posted this as a celebration post, right? And here you've just got a picture of a nonce in fucking noncy sunglasses. Like, yeah, cool. This is a mad conversation. because obviously there is like rumors and things about people over here who also knew. Yeah, that's not something I'm going to get into right now. I've recently heard quite like detailed stories about it, and there's bits of information on the internet, but it's very, very sick. It's very, very sick. Terror Slim is trying to call me. Let me see. I'm going to answer this call. Bro, I'm going to answer a call on the thing, yeah? Let me just take it off the screen because I have to... Oh, why is it not letting the call come through to there, though? All right, Terror, I'm going to call you back, yeah? Terror, I'm gonna reject this call, and I'm going to call you because I can do it from the phone. Always allow... Gotta let it allow my microphone. Yeah. Boom, done. I said allow, man. Trying to call, bro. I could actually put you on the video as well, but it'd be let's just do audio, man. Yo, Terror, can you hear me? Oh, you might not be able to hear me properly, you know. Because it's probably not got the microphone synced up through the device. Like, yeah, I think that's what it is. Because my yeah, I can't hear you, man. Oh, hold up. I'm bugging again. I know what I've done wrong. Maybe you can't hear me. I think I'm muted. I think you're muted. Yo.
You need to unmute me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, there you go. Live calls now.
The guy is called Bruce Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he forget all that shit that guy wrote. That is a whole load of non-sympathizing, trying to say that, even though he did this and that, he's still a fucking legend. Fuck Bumbutter. He was never a legend.
So you're saying there's a Bruce Edwards in these comments that I need to find?
Yeah, that's who you need to look for.
Alright, let's have a look.
Like I said.
Oh yeah, Bruce Edwards. Oh yeah, and 23 replies. Yeah, I missed this.
You see Bruce, yeah?
Alright, let's read this out.
He's the worst human being I've ever encountered.
Oh, this is who you're talking about. Now stay on the phone. Stay on the phone for this little bit.
Oh mate.
So he said he did what he did. It doesn't diminish his contributions to hip hop. That's what he's saying, yeah?
Yeah.
And then a man said to him, so we're supposed to overlook the allegations. It does diminish his contributions. It puts a complete cloud over his contributions if they are found to be true.
And let me just add, Africa Bambaata's contribution weren't that great. That's from my personal opinion. I don't think it was that great anyway. So anyway, carry on.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there in it, but they say they've done this whole kind of movement of bringing people together and the kind of street element of hip hop or whatever. I mean, I had no interest in his music looking back or nothing like that. Do you know what I mean? But
it was whack.
Yeah.
The music was whack. And I'm not just saying it was whack because it was like old school, because there's loads of music from that era that was
sick. Yeah. I mean, it was like some weird electro music, innit? It wasn't really what hip hop became. Do you know what I mean?
Into it. Well,
Alright.
Apparently, anyway, go on.
And we're going after, but yeah, Terra said, "Wow, your views are shocking. They are insensitive to victims of similar crimes." And man like Bruce has said, "So what do you suggest? I forget all the positive things I know about Zulu Nation. Stop using songs by them in the mixes and samples. What exactly is the right course to take? Because Bam was a paedophile." Let me just come and like your comments while I'm here. How I didn't victimize them, and what happened to them had nothing at all to do with hip hop. Why tie them together and try to guilt trip someone? It's like trying to blame shipbuilders for slavery. It makes no sense to me.
What he tried to do there is he tried to make a comparison.
Yeah.
He tried to make a comparison between paedophilia and slavery.
And
he thought, because I'm black, or maybe he's black, it could strike a nerve that would make me say, "All right, you know what? Oh, I'll give you and your Zulu Nation people a pass."
So you said, you said to him, so what you're saying is, given the choice, you would be a slave master or a paedophile, you would choose paedophile.
Yeah, that's what he and if you actually check out his response,
bro, I'm dying. This is not funny, but bro, that was so funny. Like you stuck it. It's like, yo.
Bruce is absolutely wild.
So you cannot even answer the question, are you a member of the Zulu Nation by any chance? How in the world would you get that from anything that I've written? Are you trying to have a useful dialogue or exchange of ideas? No, like this is what these people don't understand. No, I'm not I'm not trying to exchange ideas with you. Your ideas are horrific. I'm trying to tell you that your ideas are fucking disgraceful and they need to be stopped and you need to remove them from your brain.
I'm actually like trying to rally for people with his kind of ideas be put in jail.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Even before they commit a crime. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, Bruce needs to be.
See, it's you that wants a dictatorship.
Well, mate, you know what it is. These people have left me with no other choice.
All right, let's finish this, Dom.
Yeah.
All right, we read that bit. I just saw and answered, now respectfully answer mine. I'm more perplexed by you claiming that being a slave master is worse than being a paedophile, or the fact that you are stating every slave master was a paedophile. It sounds like you're giving Bam a pass for real. You have not answered what is worse, paedophilia or slavery.
What it is, he thought because he was talking to some English, he thought because he's talking to some English black person, he thought, he probably thought I was like a single black person in the middle of England, which technically I am.
Because of where you are.
That's my life. He thought, just some little black boy, a farmhand helps out on the farm, carries the milk up and down the hill, can't read,
Oh,
yeah?
fuck's
That's
sake,
what he thought he was talking to.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, right, so I asked him a simple question, yeah? Would you rather be a slave master or a paedophile, right? Now, yes, they are both very bad things. However, with slave master, there's degrees. So there was people that owned slaves. They weren't brutal. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it was a good thing.
I don't know where you're going with it. I don't know where you're going with this, Terra. I'm not answering that question, but but what I'm saying is, yeah.
Tell you something. That's one of them questions. It's not, mate. It's one of them questions. Yeah. It's like the lesser of two evils, isn't it? But
yeah, but I'm saying the fact. I don't have to have an answer. I don't have to have an answer for it. But the fact
don't side with Bruce, bro.
I'm not siding with Bruce, bro. I'm not siding with Bruce. I'm saying the fact that Bruce had decided. I think the fact that Bruce had made that decision is very problematic because he doesn't think that side of that option is that bad. That's what it seems like, and that's why it's disgusting. You may have made the decision of what side you believe is worse, but not based on it. But not based on it not being bad. Not based on that side you chose not being bad. You know what I'm saying?
No. What it is, yeah. Okay. You see, with slavery, right? There is ways of justifying slavery. Slavery is included.
Oh my fucking God, Terra! What the fuck are you saying?
No, listen,
what are you trying to do to the internet?
Right, well, then you know what it is.
All right, listen. I'm gonna.
Listen, because it's in religions, isn't it? So at the end of the day, it is written in the Bible. Slavery is written about in the Bible. Slavery is also in Islamic history. It's a part of history. Yeah, it's a part of history, whether people like it or not. It built their country, whether they like it or not. It built up. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, paedophilia didn't. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but I think it's a very disturbed thing to say.
Listen, his whole argument, bruv, yeah? His whole argument, he should have just said, yeah, you know what? Slavery is a terrible thing. It was a terrible thing, but this is still worse. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that slavery was like downplaying slavery, but what he was doing, he was trying to downplay paedophilia as a way of defending Bum Butter, and it was slightly just trying to give him a pass. You know what I mean? And that's basically what I brought out of him. He tried to take it elsewhere, started trying to say about all this, you know, you don't know your history and all this shit. And my man is a sort of man who'd probably try and tell me about some fucking ancient Kemet or some shit like that. And it's like, at the end of the day, mate, yeah, you're just using big words and all these big fancy things like the pyramids, yeah, to justify you being a wrong 'un. And he's not the first person to do that. And then you're going to turn around and say, oh, it was a conspiracy. You know what I mean?
You've kind of said, you've broke down everything that's been said in the rest of these comments. It does look like comments have been deleted because it's just you talking for quite a while and it looks like you're responding to something. So
have a look at it. Because
unless it's in the wrong order. It's coming out in the wrong order, isn't it?
It does that, especially, and from what he was putting, I'm not surprised that if they've been.
No, I think he's deleted some things because I can't see it there and all of that.
If he's deleted, that's even worse. That's even worse if he's deleted them.
I'm gonna alright, that's a good to get a phone call in the end of it. I'm gonna wrap this up. I got one more video I'm gonna show. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see this thing this week that went viral of the woman getting arrested for not having a bus ticket?
Where was this?
In London, like a black woman with her child getting put in handcuffs for not having a Oyster.
Bus ticket.
That's,
you know what? That's what it's come to. Do you know, I haven't seen the video.
I'm gonna show this video. Someone sent it to me.
Let me just take my piece. That's what it's come to. Do you know what I mean? People don't realise the level of like poverty and like. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not even that. But let me just add allegedly, because they're saying actually she did have a bus pass. It's just that they didn't even get to check her pass. You know, like when
got arrested for black. Was she black?
Yeah, black woman. That's what I'm saying. It's a racist thing. Like when I show you this video, you'll be disgusted. It's mad. But so someone sent it to me.
I'm gonna have to come off the phone then.
Yeah, come off the phone, and I'm gonna show it, and then I'm gonna wrap this episode up. But big up for the phone call. That's good. I can make calls. All right, bye, bless.
Yeah, bless.
All right, shout out Terror Slim. I can take audio calls through Facebook, so we can do that every now and then. But I'm gonna work out getting people on properly. But shout out to. Let me just remember who sent this to me. I know who sent this to me. Shout out to Rosa who sent this to me, right? She sent this to me on Insta, on TikTok, which I almost didn't see, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Alright. One sec, I just load it up. So this is the madness that is going on the streets of London with the fucking police. Fuck the police before we even play it. And shout out to Raspect, because Raspect, I got this off his page and he shared this, and obviously he's been doing a lot of work to highlight this. And Raspect also went in on that Rare Talks guy. He went in on him and talked about how these men talking about women on the internet are full of shit and we need to keep them away, basically. So like, I got a lot of respect for that guy and how he's handling that kind of thing. But here we go.
Can you tell me what she's done, please? No. Why not? Is that her son?
So can you believe this? Instead of the police apologizing, they've released a statement lying on the woman, making it seem like this was her fault. But don't get it twisted. Her cousin and her sister are backing her the full way. They're going to go live at 7.
Okay, so this is actually an updated video. So this is Respect giving some more information. So I just downloaded this quickly of his page. I think I might have downloaded the wrong video, but I guess it's good to get this update anyway. But you can see like they've just taken this woman and put her in handcuffs before she's even got a chance to really do anything. And her son is literally like they're distraught.
And speak up for their sister. You get me? And I know she's written a statement as well. So anyone who wants to know the facts, tune in. On top of that, I know that the one thing that the mother didn't like about the video is obviously her son's in the video. So anyone who has uploaded the video, if you could take down the video and re-upload one like this where the child is blurred, that would be very appreciated by the family. Other than that, family, I'm going live at around 6:30, and I'm also messaged the man who was there, because we got to big up the people in the community that step out and speak out when they see injustices as well. But yeah, big up everyone who's spoken out and said, we know that this is one isolated incident, but this is happening every day. So we really need to hold these police accountable and let them know that they're not going to get away with it. I should be taking a trip to Croydon police station this week, but I'll see you lot live at 6:30. Peace.
You know what I'm gonna do. What I'm going to do before I do the next episode is kind of look into this story and see what's happened next, and kind of try and give an update, because there's not much to respond to other than the police are fucking taking the piss. Like when you see the version with the audio, I'm pretty sure she's trying to show them like I've got my ticket. Like it's not even that, why am I in handcuffs? She's just trying to stop being manhandled kind of thing. And then a guy kind of comes along and says he's her cousin. What are you doing? And they're just literally violating this woman in the street. I've never seen nothing like it in my life. Like literally, I spent loads of my youth and young adult life bumping buses and trains and whatever, like never ever. I tell a lie. I did get pepper sprayed and arrested once when I was on the train, and I think it was kind of, they fought for bumping the train, but I had money to buy a ticket and all that as well. It was, yeah, okay, that did happen to me once. My bad. That's a crazy. And I was actually shooting a music video. So I was halfway. I'd done the first 2 verses. I was going to do the third verse at the other end. So if you see my eyes in the third verse, they look fucked. But yeah, fuck the police, man. Big up Respect. Big up to Steve, whatever his name is, Stevie, the fucking Barbie lunatic. I'm going to go and watch the Barbie film and give an update on that when I see it. Big up to everyone who's been watching. Like, share these videos. Stay looking in. We're going to have like official Social Justice Warrior podcasts coming out soon, and official Flip Life podcast episodes coming out soon. We're just trying to work out a location to do them, but we will be back at that. So one love, man. Big up to everyone who locked in. Big up Terra Slim for calling in, and we are.